You're so sweet. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 6:34 in the morning.
Give me a chance to say good morning. Thank you for having me on your station. I really highly appreciate it.
You're not on my station.
Your channel, your
We're
podcast.
We're chilling. So
I used to do this, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, I used to write and I used to do it to influence people. I used to take videos on people's reactions and what they say and how they fuck up and how they easily manipulate even themselves into believing in their own bullshit.
So why'd you stop?
Why? Because I was the type who found his passion real heavenly relief. I felt like I was in paradise when I started writing and I zoned out for the first time in my life. I was also taking medication, so it had an effect on me feeling like I was, you know how certain medications, when they have too much high dosage or if they give you the wrong medication. I was undiagnosed from bipolar, by the way. I was never bipolar. I was diagnosed at a couple years ago at a younger age when I was in my teens. But lately, this whole time, I realized I was taking the wrong medication. So I got reevaluated.
So you were misdiagnosed.
I got misdiagnosed. I got reevaluated. Went to multiple different doctors, so I can't just connect it to one doctor and say I want to sue them. But anyways,
right.
To get back to the main topic, when it comes to... What was I saying? I totally forgot. Because I jump from... You know when I'm having a conversation, and you jump into a depth of a topic within the conversation, you forget.
I understand. Well, first of all, I just want to talk about how we met. Well, we met at a gas station.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't want to talk about.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. We don't have to talk about that. Right, but I met him at a gas station.
I'll say what's up. The sun post is nowhere because,
So yeah, we met at a gas station, and we've been friends. Acquainted. We getting acquainted, right?
Yeah.
And you're cool people,
Thank you. I appreciate that. Likewise.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, I just focus on everyday life things. You know what I'm saying? You definitely inspire me to want to continue to do better. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something that's going to influence you a lot more to do more and within, just better in life, and as well as continuing doing this, turn into a podcast, a show, something where you could eventually fund it after advertising and do nonprofit organizations that will grab clientele and people of higher elite level based individuals who will actually want to come in and pay you a visit and advertise your stuff and make it blow up,
Right.
You could do that. But what's going to help with that is the fact that when you go through certain things you don't have anything to do, when there's certain blockages in your way, you know how you kind of turn to smoking or drinking, or I'll be honest, you sniff every now and then, or it's like when you're in an inconsistent base where nothing is working and it's truly actually out of your hands, you could do whatever, you could get the worst job in the world and still hustle, but you would be miserable, depressed, worse.
Right, absolutely.
Work in the hood, somewhere dangerous, it'd be bad, type shit. Because I already done that my whole life. My father's gas stations were in the neck of Hartford, North End, Albany Avenue, Homicide City, where the avenue was named after Homicide City. We're right across from the street that has... I just said street. From the street. You know that street? You know when you're going up the avenue?
Yes.
There's a big school on your left. There's a Valero and the Sicko.
Yes.
Used to be a Valero, now it's a Sicko.
Yes.
That was our spot.
Okay.
Across, you know how you see the smoke room and the barber shops, and that's at Corner Street. It's a one-way.
Yeah.
That street's named after Homicide City. That street is where all the shootings, killings, dumping, all that shit happens. But anyways, I've been through enough of the negative atmosphere. It takes a lot of bullshit to be more positive and understanding, because it's like saying you can't learn how to kick ass without getting your fucking ass beat first. You know what I'm saying? So it's something like that. You have to have the experience in life in order to be able to put in work, or you just have to have the knowledge of it. Not every experience or knowledge requires an experience physically or an active base, and that's what a lot of elderly people have a hard time understanding. You don't call someone a certain way or a certain name by a certain way of respect because of their age. You do it based off their experience. If I walk in and some guy's old as shit, but he's disrespectful, why would I show him respect? Because he's older than me? Fuck out of here.
Well, see.
Yes. Out of composure, keeping your composure,
yes.
Keeping your composure, yes. I'm not saying go off on him, make it obvious or get into context with his behavior.
Me?
Definitely.
I'm going to tell you something, right?
But if it rubs you off and he really doesn't, sometimes you gotta speak your mind. That happened in there just now.
I understand that. No, I didn't see that. How
I
could
was
see
yelling
that?
at
I was
this guy. That's
sitting
why it
in
took
the
so long.
car. How the hell could I?
That's why it took
Right?
so long.
So, like, for me, the way
wasn't
I
the
was
bathroom.
brought up
It was the
was
coffee.
that
I almost threw hands.
you're on 1,000. The way I was brought up was that I
Don't say
just,
that on video.
if you're my elder, I definitely no. Let's go with it. The way I was brought up.
See, when you pause and say that, it makes it more obvious because I said, oh shit, and I did this, and then you said, oh shit, go with it. Now we're making it more obvious. Okay, fuck it.
So
ask me if I'm on.
be you.
Wait, ask
Be
me.
fucking
All right,
you.
bet, I'm gonna be me.
Yo,
All right, bet.
expose that
Ask me
shit.
if I'm on-
Expose that
All right,
shit.
ask me if I'm on speed right
The
now.
fuck? Are you on speed right now?
I am speed, motherfucker.
So you're high.
Yeah.
Okay. So what the fuck? I was there.
Um,
I was there.
Everybody been there, done that. But
Right.
it's not.
Like you ain't doing nothing no different.
The real reason of addiction, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
is not the voice. It's not what the government tells you. They say all that shit because it circles
Why
back
do you
into
get
needing
high?
medication.
Why do you get high?
Why I
Yes.
get high?
Fuck it. Let's just talk
I
about
personally don't know to this day.
it. No?
There's certain points in my life that trigger me to want to get high. But if you want to ask me the main question is how I start getting high and
Yeah.
actually become addicted again after stopping for so long, it's my family that triggers me.
Okay, there you go.
Family, and they see
Okay.
that as, okay, he's still dependent on us, still emotional, still all this and that. But
Right.
the thing is, they don't know how to snap out of that because I put them through toxic behavior for 5 to 10 years. So now that I'm doing better mentally, not reacting to their toxic behavior that rubbed off on them, that they already had from beginning. Like, we went through hell back and forth growing up. It was very inconsistent. My doctors have always told me it's the inconsistency that creates these issues within a person's life. And I'm like, wait, isn't that just human nature? So why do I have to go through diagnosis? Why do I have to pay all this money? Why do I have to put something into my system that's not natural to fix something that's natural? Why is it that when I explain this to my family, they're so stuck on believing in the system that's so corrupt that actually doesn't work? That's what I don't seem to understand. Why are people these days so blatantly nonchalant to be facing the truth? They're just scared. It's a natural instinct. You don't realize it until you actually think about it. Some people realize the day before they die. Some people realize it 30 seconds after, like weeks later. Me, I realize it the second. I either stop myself or I say what I gotta say.
So, right, with that being said, right?
I have natural fast instincts. Naturally, I adapt to.
So
Like,
you're
you look at
very
that tire.
energetic.
It's
Yeah.
not the energetic. It's not my level of energy. You see how people look at that car or that tire? They see, oh, okay, you turn the ignition on, it works. It moves.
Right.
It spins. That's how it spins on 4 wheels. But me, I think naturally. I don't think like that off the rip at all. I don't just go, oh, it's a car. I'm like, okay, tires connected to this. That runs that. It's like that. Light bulb just doesn't switch on with a switch. There's wires connected to it. There's a base. I naturally look at, updating the same modules to come to different results, and that's the definition of intelligence. As Ernest Rutherford said, and Einstein said, for example, definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Yes.
Let's do the cheek thing.
All right. Too close.
Not like that. Like as a friend, like a little
I'm
cheek
just
snuggle.
messing with
Like a
you.
cheek snuggle.
I'm
Why you gotta
messing
say that?
Yeah, I'm just messing
Like I
with
told you, I go through a lot of traumatic bullshit. I'm inconsistent.
you. Right.
Adjust to me.
You're inconsistent.
Nah, fuck it, just be you.
I am me, and I'm very
I'm
consistent.
fucking around. And what I'm saying is, I was joking about how, how I said earlier on the phone, I was like, hey, look, it's not the insecurity thing. It's just the inconsistencies and the emotions that I feel and go through that I haven't gone to the core of solving the main issues because of the people that are involved within the issues in the family environment that cause a lot of 90% of the misfortunes. The foundation is not solved yet, so it caused me to naturally think, hey, look, wait, when she says that, am I just like, oh wait, do I have to say that, I'm just generally speaking so she doesn't misunderstand me, or if I'm saying it a certain way, is my coming off weird?
I get it.
I naturally, everybody goes through that when they have, sniff, sniff.
Yeah, I can't.
When we're at the
stand
bar,
it.
we don't say sniff or a
crazy.
coke and a
He's
white girl. Everybody knows the terms. One fucking comes up to me and goes, you got a white girl? Loud as fuck. And I'm like, yo, it's 2025. It's not the 80s. Niggas know what fucking white girl is. And I just said, drop the M-bomb. Guess what?
Lord have mercy.
Don't trust nobody but my boss's nephew. I'll say whatever the fuck I want, when I want, how I want. And guess what? Ain't no racist shit. Most of my friends be black like that. I got black friends. I got the Latinos. I got the Europeans. I got the
What's your nationality? Matter of fact, what's your nationality?
I'm best of every world. Mainly Turkish, born and raised. Russian, Italian, French, Albanian, and Latino. Mexican, and some.
So that
Boricua.
Okay.
mix of love.
I'm Puerto Rican and Portuguese.
I love Puerto Ricans. You guys have the best natural foundations and resources of the world.
Foundations?
And you guys are.
I don't know about that. I don't know about the foundation because my foundation started off wrong.
You guys have a strong foundation because if I go up to a random Puerto Rican or Hispanic, I'm not talking about the Mexicans. I'm like, you drinking too much.
My kids
they
are
can't
Mexican.
Do shit. They can't do shit. Nah, Say it to him.
I love my
Don't
baby.
grow up drinking them cervezas too much. Don't be going out in public on that. Hey, gordito, what's going on, eh?
It is 6:44.
They see.
I thought I was the only one lit like
Hey,
this.
shit. You know,
I'm lit
sometimes
like this
you go to the
naturally.
corner store, you know, you hang out. You don't do that shit. What you need to do, stick to that Mexican lover shit. Girls like it.
Oh Lord.
Anyways, when it comes to Puerto Ricans, they're
Mhm.
very hands-on in terms of like getting shit done. Like I go up to anybody, he might not know anything about the business or the job, and he'll be able to do it, work it out of his
Yeah.
ass. He'll be like, yeah, I got
They're
you,
hard
and
workers.
he still
They're
do
known
it.
for
Like
being
me,
hard workers.
It's like we're professional bullshitters, just like Puerto Ricans, but you guys actually maneuver and fix into actually making it happen. Same thing with Turkish people. It's like I'll be like, yeah, I know how to do that, even though I don't, but then I'll fix it within like
You'll figure it out.
doing it as I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm someone who, like, I don't have to do research on a complex or a foundation of who, what, when, where, why when it comes to human nature, or even just non-living things like how a building's made or how what laws infiltrate what enforces what causes these things to happen in our day-to-day lives. Like, I know the real hard truths to society that 99% of the world doesn't know.
Okay.
Because I come from a mob family, like they know the truths of the truth. They mingle with all these like Masonic people. They
Right,
mingle
right.
with all the Zionists. They don't do business with them. They're not close to them. They don't like them. But they're all in the same criteria of having strictly criminal business and being strictly criminal as a character. And
So
those
let
are
me-
the only people in this world. The reason why I can still be intelligent, smart, whether I'm high on coke or not, is simply because of the fact that I was raised by a mob family.
So they
And with that
frown. Do
being
they
said-
frown on that?
No. With that being said, mafia organized crime people, specifically organized crime. I'm not talking about cartels or those types of organized crime. I'm talking about mafia originally, like real
Right.
family-based, protects the country, border patrol laws, all the way. My uncle, we represent the Grey Wolves. This is what we do. It's a political party for AKP political party as well. We support the mob. The political party supports us. At the same time, we got our way, but if they say, hey, go crack down on these drug dealers or these schemers infiltrating the streets or scheming the government, we go crack down on them like hawks and we take everything they got financially. That's us. We claim that. Government says, all right, they're disappeared, they're gone. All right, cool. That's your freedom. Whenever we need you, you do that. Those are the rules on release policies after COVID laws were inflicted. But anyways, back to the main topic. It legitimately has to do with the fact that we are the only people on this planet, and it's been proven, to be able to have such a nice, calm life, lovey-dovey, kids, wife, everything. The moment we step outside the doors, we can turn all that off so easily. That's how I was raised into being able to have two different lives at once.
Disconnecting.
No, not
that's-
disconnecting. We control our own atmospheres,
Okay.
which is what makes it so difficult for us to adapt to the rest of the world, which is why our business is crime. And there's a bigger story to it. It all started with governmental war between streets and the hood and the poor being kept poor and the rich being
So-
rich. That's how it all started.
Okay, all right.
All gangs and organizations have been started to protect the people, and then when money started becoming an issue after the late 1970s, when the floodgates opened from
I know.
Italy into here,
Water.
Yeah.
Thank you.
from Italy into here, there's a red bar. I just took one step out of it. You can have some. Oh yeah, you can't have that.
I'm lit
Yeah.
all the time. I don't need no red one. Thank you.
So
So let me ask you a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, how old were you when you first started sniffing?
me,
Yeah.
I was peer pressured into it. I never did it on my own. I relapsed a couple years later. I was like, yo.
How
not a-
old were you though? Do you remember the age?
2019 to going into 2020
How
during
old
the
are you right now?
pandemic. It was April
How old
of
are you?
2019. 2020 of April. After, you know how 2019 is like mid-December of the
Yeah.
year, and then 2020 turns after January, February, March, April. That's when I was peer pressured by an old manager of mine at a job. After that, never did it again. Then my best friend said he was doing it. My long lost best friend from since I knew him from first grade. He was my very first friend from when I moved to the States. So that automatically triggered a level of trust to say, all right, let me fuck with it. But really, in reality, I didn't have that much knowledge, and I hadn't really done the rehab thing too much. I've done rehab multiple times,
Right.
probably more than 10 times, based on family force, being brought to a Muslim country where weed is actually a class 1 substance, and they treat you like you're on coke if you're on weed, because it's really, really infiltrated with other laced shit. Like in Turkey, it's hard to find real shit. For example, you get caught, that's 5 years in jail, 10 years in jail. They enforce laws so motherfuckers don't smoke or drink.
Damn.
You only see the ballers, the rich mob motherfuckers like us, like we get the good shit from like Amsterdam,
So-
shit to us, shit like that. But anyways,
Mira,
back to the main
how
topic.
old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. 22.
Back to the main topic though.
So we're in
You asked me-
2025. 2020 was what, 5
2019.
years
I was
ago?
only 18, 19 years old. So at that moment, I didn't have the enough knowledge of going to rehab multiple times. I had only been there once, came back, 8 months, 9 months later, March, April-ish. I was introduced to it, did it. A couple years later, not last year, the year before, 2022 to 2023, started linking up with one of my old buddies, Rube. His name's Ruben. He's actually Spanish. Grew up with him.
Sounds Spanish.
We actually started a best friend at his birthday party. I was invited as a new kid, didn't speak English. They felt bad, so they invited me. Me and him fought over the piñata. I was new to the American culture.
fought
I was on the
over the
floor
piñata.
fighting the birthday boy over the piñata, saying, "No, give it to me."
I can
I
see
was
that.
a foreigner.
I can definitely see you
Raised
fighting
by
over somebody's piñata.
get what you want, when you want, how you want. We don't call steal or nothing. We call, all right, give it to me. It's mine. And the person in front of you just kind of forced to say, okay. You know, we're the motherfuckers that when you walk into the gas station or store in Turkey where we're from, motherfuckers just start stocking shelves. They don't pretend like they don't see, even like non-employees, just
So-
regular customers.
How long were you
Out of
in
respect.
So how long were you lived in Turkey, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Until first grade, until I was 6.
Okay, so and then you've been
Brought
here
to the
in
American
America.
culture, bullied until 18 years old. Finally got a breather, transferred to a new high school, senior year of high school. That sucked where I'm living in Rocky. I used to live in West Hartford. After that, I started smoking heavily. Pretty sure my weed was laced because I was going through withdrawals. Like, body was shaking, shit like that. I was getting my weed from the hood, from the block.
Okay.
Albany, yeah. But never from, like, people who were grimy or shicey. But, like, they probably didn't know it was laser.
You know
whatever
that-
like that, too. You know what I'm saying?
when
You
I
know how
was-
they get their personal shit and then the plug probably gives them the other shit
I
and
get
they
it.
don't tell the real man. Even though it could be his 20-year-old customer type shit. It don't fucking matter.
Okay.
yeah.
You know, I used it when I was doing, like, when I was outside. I call it outside. When I was getting high. I don't call it high because I was low. Anyways,
Me? Let me tell you something.
I was on the Ave.
Get over that side.
I'm from Hartford. You know
I
what I'm
remember
saying?
you. You used to come to my dad's gas station all the time.
How you remember me?
Sicko, Albany
When?
Avenue. Used to be
Hold
over
on.
there. Corner of Chestnut and Edward Street.
When?
We owned that gas station for over 20 years.
Okay, but I'm just saying when.
Over
because
20 years, the property.
I don't remember you.
You don't remember me?
No.
I'm trained to remember people.
I
Please
don't
hold back.
remember.
But I
don't
never,
remember you.
I never had the full 2 feet in the door as an organized mob-made member though. Only had 1 foot in.
I don't know.
Father pulled me out last second. I was on my major first deal. Was about to become a member. Then I was gonna do something, meaning a job for the organization, which lands you in jail, which gives you the street creds of boss status, meaning you could form your own organization. Like my uncle was a boss and run around the country type shit if you wanted to. Like there's certain ways, and when you get bailed out of jail through a political party, that's like your back strength.
Right.
My people aren't formed through just money, street, just business. That's not organized crime. Organized crime just takes its depth into master intelligence that's used for bad.
So let me ask you a question, right? So
I
with
live 2
that
different
being
worlds,
said,
5 months there, 5 months here. You know how confusing that is for me?
so you have
Learning
no,
2 different languages, 2 different worlds, 2 different types of people, 5 different toxic people in my household that always fight against me 5v1. Like if I'm arguing with him, he'll come out of nowhere. He'll follow. He'll leave the door. You will, like, if you see my household, you'll probably go, what is wrong with these motherfuckers? But it's family. You see them as normal people.
Right. Well,
it's
yeah,
really not
that's
normal.
that's your norm.
They're not violent or nothing like that, but like, my dad could be, he's not like a beater or nothing like that.
Right.
But like, sometimes he'll just grab me and just go, oh, you'll get so mad. Like, you know when your mother grabs you by your hair type
They
shit?
want to whoop your ass.
My dad grabbed me
But
by
they
my
don't want
beard
to.
for the first time and I grew it out for a while. Look at this shit. He grabbed it with his fingers interlocked. Imagine your hair being pulled but on your face.
No,
But you know
I'll
when these
be-
sides of your hair gets
I'll be
pulled
some,
when you're
yes.
getting it done
yeah,
at the
you
shit?
get like
Bro,
you
it
get
goes,
goose, like, yeah,
like
I
it's
know.
like a bullet hole sting, but like
Yeah, I
a
get
tiny
it.
needle bullet type shit. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like a full size bullet hit where you go through your skin. It's more like a
Mm-hmm.
needle bullet just touching your fucking skin underneath. Like that's what it feels. It feels like getting a tattoo.
It feels like
it's,
one of
it's
them-
like you know when you first get
like
a
you
tattoo.
want to react and punch somebody in the face
Yeah,
type
you know
shit.
what? Yeah, it's like one
Yeah.
of those things where like when you feel that type of pain, that's what like. I keep saying infiltrates. I'm surrounded by too many dumb motherfuckers. I swear to God. not surrounded by them, but like I fuck around with this nuisance, so like infiltrate drugs, stuff like that. It's like
you're
it
so
comes to
smart.
mind.
You know that you are so smart. You're so
You want to know
intelligent.
something? The people that I grow up with, you know how I said we control our own atmosphere? Thing is, we only know, and we're not like we're uneducated or anything. Trust me, we know a lot, everything that you could think of. But we're not necessarily like, we don't live like other people. We do out in public. We go out, have dinner, stuff like that. We don't do on a regular day-to-day basis. We take different routes, different stuff. Anyways.
So let me ask you a question.
Wait, let me finish up.
Go ahead.
Look at that attitude. You be talking on, I can't get a word. You cut me off 3
I have
times.
never cut you off. I have not said nothing.
You watched
You've
the
been
video.
talking the whole time.
No, the issue is with me, when I'm talking about a conversation or a thought or something, I naturally, you know how I said I think of components and structures and compounds and foundations of what makes something up, like that car, for example. I have to explain in different perspectives with examples and pointers from other life experiences to explain something. And it takes me 20 minutes to get to my point with my family, which is why we never get along.
Right.
But I'll say, hey, let me talk to you for a sec. We'll start throwing hands type shit. Not literally, but like, we'll get to that point. Fucking hot.
It is hot. So you
I'm wearing a jacket on. I don't know if I'm sweaty or
you
not,
got a
but,
shirt on under there today?
Yeah, it's just no, it's
because it was cold the other day.
Yeah, it's a European. Yeah, it was.
Yo,
We was
listen.
fighting. I don't want to talk about that, but we was fighting, arguing, kicked me out last second. Not homeless.
Your boot
It
there.
was just that shorty's ex's
that-
crib.
that's how I
It was
met
just that
him.
ex's crib.
He was
I'll
fight-
just say it.
he was-
ex's crib. She had a miscarriage. We was going at it, fighting. Then a day later, a day or two later, when we did break up, found out she was the one who took the abortion pill. Didn't know. I lost my twins because of her, and not because of. You know,
Naturally.
So then it ended. But that night that we fought and I left the crib, let's just say I left. I didn't get kicked out. We were just arguing. I just left type shit. I just, you know how else to do, like get help type shit. Like, you know how when you need help, sometimes you tweak it a little bit.
Right.
You don't lie about it, but you just say, instead of saying I walked out, oh, I got kicked out, in terms of like.
So she said you need help?
Huh?
She said you need help?
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought that's what you
No, I'm saying, you know, when like you tweak up a sentence or something you're about to say
Yeah.
about an event, so it doesn't sound like super bad on you, or make it look like you could actually go back to the house. I actually couldn't. She didn't like kick me out verbally, but I couldn't stay either. It was one of those things where
Just
she's like,
say it.
no, she didn't say nothing about kicking me out. She legitimately just like gave me that vibe and attitude where I was unwanted. So I left,
okay.
and she was cool with that. So I was like, okay, that's her way of kicking me out. Like, it was just kicking out without verbally saying you're kicked out.
So you
And I don't live
you
with her.
felt
I just go
uncomfortable.
visit her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You felt uncomfortable, you felt unwanted, so you don't want to I don't
Yeah,
want to
where
be
I'm not
nowhere.
wanted, I don't
go.
stay.
Yeah, me
And
neither.
guess what? If I feel that way, I found a way to shut off my emotions from recovering from a relationship. You know that?
Yeah.
You know that moment where you're like, nah, I'm good, I'm just chilling. You know the first time it hits you with a shot, you just get chilling. You're just like, ah, yeah, we broke up. That's cool. Bumping music. And eventually you're like, then that one song comes on from like Justin Timberlake Mirrors or some shit, and you're in the car like this. That first moment you have, I shut it off instantly and I go, nah, fuck that. It's gonna be 3 weeks, it's gonna be another 3 weeks, another 3 weeks, and it's gonna be like, all right, bet. I'm gonna reach that point of where I'm actually laughing at the fact that I thought I was in love with a girl. You know what I'm saying?
But you were.
Listen,
You're
a man
just-
can only fall in love three times in this world.
That's what you
I don't know
think?
if it's
For real?
it's spiritually
Is
even,
that
it's
true?
spiritually even written in the Bible. If you
Yeah.
believe in God and all those things,
I
you
do.
probably do.
You see my shirt, right? God don't play about me.
Oh.
Okay.
It's nice, but
You
Not
don't like
my
you
vibe.
don't like my sweater?
no, I like the sweater. It's just not my vibe.
Because it's mine.
No, it's not because it's you.
No, I'm
it's not
telling
because
you.
I'm disfavoring
I'm
you, and I just don't
telling
like the
you,
sweater because it's yours.
It's not your
like
vibe,
that.
but it's my vibe.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I respect your vibe. It's just not my
Period.
vibe. I'm just putting it out there.
That's all right.
Let me tell you something. On the
That's
when I
alright.
was doing the whole recovery thing, I did that. That's hard. I don't care about what we were thinking type shit. That's when I let a little loose. You let it a little loose right now. God don't play about me.
He
What are
don't.
you, 20?
He don't play about me.
He don't play about you.
He don't.
But advertising God and what spiritual connection you have with him based on the strength you believe, advertising that is a sin.
Why is that a sin? Why is that a sin? People wear advertisement all the time. Like,
They don't know that. People like you and I should know that, because the rest of the world is kind of retarded if you think about it. And people who's listen, in order to become a higher intelligent person, you have to go down below the negatives a little bit to work your way back up. to see what caused all the smartness and the baseline level of just natural individuals. You have to get the perspectival side of experience, not just from different shoes, but from
I
the
understand
level
that.
to it, in order to be able to actually say, all right,
I get it.
he's really blind. He has like a little curtain over it. That's what we say in our religion. Like most Christians who don't believe in like the Muslim thing and stuff like that, and I really do believe it, they're like blind, like spiritually, like it says it in the Bible and most other religions too. It's like we have this like curtain in front of our, like it's a real thing. Though I just don't know how to explain it. It's like we have a curtain
Take your time.
in front of our
Take your
eyes
time.
that prevent us from falling into other religions' beliefs and
Right.
believing in our own.
Well, there's misperceptions.
Don't get me wrong, but the Bible was
people have.
rewritten. Anything, the
Right.
Quran was never rewritten. That's the one thing that I could always vouch for and say that it's been carved into thousands of BC's worth of old artwork, into stone ages, into wilderness and deserts and canyons throughout Turkey. Like I could genuinely say I believe that my religion is real. I could say that it's probably the realest.
I don't-
That sounds too bold. That might sound like I believe in
That's like
everything.
me wearing this shirt.
Well, no, it's not
The
that.
sweater.
You call God, I call Allah. We believe in there's one
Right.
God, right?
Right.
What does that tell us about the world? God created us as multiple different people to see how we react with one another and what we put behind us. Why do you think we have multiple religions and not just one? People create those things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
God has people working for him doing those things.
Right.
Devil stays in one spot. Why is that? Answer this question. I bet you don't know this.
I know.
Because there's only one devil.
Yeah.
Devil moves, God can find him, destroy him for good.
Okay.
But doesn't happen. That was always forbidden. Devil uses mainly females to actually do dirty work. I'm being dead serious. The biggest like devils and like satanic like energy and like bad luck and things that have happened to like 90% of men has been due to women. Think about the world.
Okay.
Think about it. We're producers. We reproduce. We fuck. We have sex. We have kids. We make mistakes. It's all about interaction. But to get to the main message,
What's the main
all
message?
this, the religious things, the different religions, quantities of them, my belief, I still believe in my religion, but I'm stepping outside that zone for a sec by saying this, but there's only one and he created all these different religions to test the people.
Right.
This whole world is a test.
Absolutely.
If we, like,
believe that.
sometimes I feel like
I
I'm
believe
thinking too optimistic by saying I'm not overthinking, but you know when you think from perspective, when you're like,
You think in
when you're, like,
different
super
perspectives. You have
intelligent,
different perspectives. You
no,
think.
it's not my perspective.
Well, you
or
think
my
you can,
thoughts.
you can put
My
yourself
natural
in
perspective,
someone.
I could naturally think
Yeah.
fully around the globe type
I
shit.
get it.
And I'm like, wait, what if we die? We just go to a whole nother universe. What if that? But the thing is, I'm strong in my beliefs. So when I start thinking, I'm like, nah, don't think about that. But don't stick to your beliefs and stick to what's right, what's true. Don't think outside the box too much. You know, I could put a hold on myself. But the thing is, being raised by someone who strictly can live two different lives and can control their own atmosphere, manipulate, do whatever to make it work for them, it's like, that's why it makes it so hard for us to be elegantly swift through life. Anything. Like,
So yes, some women are evil, right?
Yeah.
Some women are definitely evil, and some men are evil, right? But let me tell you something. So
do you believe in like exorcism and like getting demons out of people, like spiritually?
I
I had a demon in me this past summer.
Absolutely.
I wore the triangle like Quran writing, and it went away after me and this other shorty broke up.
I believe that
It was a short
other people's
relationship.
spirits can
Guess
jump
what?
on you. Yes.
No, like her shit. And it turns out I didn't know this till towards the end of the relationship. She was an atheist. She would say something like, "Oh, religion's this, religion's that." Like I respect her beliefs, but then she would still give me her main perspectives on how right she feels, and that was my way of saying, "Okay, she's low key misguiding me in a way. I'm not feeling." It's not like I wasn't feeling it. We just broke up. Like she broke up with me type shit because she felt the energy I was on because I started doubting her.
Right.
That's what demons do. Last second, they revolt. They go, they run somewhere else and take someone else hostage type shit. And I met her as if like compared to the woman she is, the way I met her and how easy it was did not make sense. You know what I'm saying? We're all lovey-dovey. She's a virgin type shit. And she was 35. As a 35-year-old, she was a virgin.
Good for her.
Like Good for her.
great. No,
Good for her, but mentally she got a demon in her. Not
I'm
believing
just
in God or
saying.
nothing.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a process. It's,
Wait, hold on. Good for her.
I'm
not
saying-
fucking until you're half of your age. Like it's like learning to fully be able to fuck at the age of 60, but you're not gonna have enough energy.
But
Like, why
what
would you
I'm
start fucking?
saying
I don't get
is,
it.
what I'm saying is good for her because either way, you know, it's a process. Everything's a process. Just like recovery is a process. Your spiritual
I collect by the way.
wellness is a process. You know, what is that? What is that? Coins?
These are from 70s. This is real gold $50 bill. From where? Guess what? 1811. This shit's
Okay.
worth minimum 500 all the way up to like $10,000.
That's
I've
good.
just never gotten it looked at.
Okay. But like I said, it's a process. Everything is a process. Just like getting sober is a process. You know, your relationship with God is a process. Your spirituality,
Not
all
that I'm
that
coming down right now.
is good.
Not a good way. You know when you're coming down from that perico, that should be
Good.
yeah, I know.
You
it's
need to
good.
go to sleep.
Yeah, I know that. Like, if I sleep right now,
Why
I'll
don't
start-
you sleep?
The thing is,
What are you
I'm not
staying
sure-
up for?
I naturally have insomnia. I
Okay.
don't know why I do it either.
You think?
But I'm just very bored because I'm not working currently.
Okay, so
I'm just
fine.
taking care of
So
business
look,
for certain
okay,
things.
I get bored. Look, I wake up at 4:00 in the morning. Where did that just come from?
Thing is,
Where did that just come from? The
I've been
gym.
finally waiting for someone like you to kind of to meet, so I could have that support. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I don't have that. My family talks shit about my drug use. They
Mm-hmm.
don't help the situation. They like, look at that bum, look at that cracker, look at that piece of
Don't.
shit.
I'm
Look at that
sorry.
lying, scheming. Fuck, never believe him, never trust him.
But I
If I
believe in
need
you.
something from mom,
You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. If I need something from mom, it's like, go ask dad. He's the boss. When I ask dad, he's not the boss in terms of controlling other motherfuckers when they're coming at me, in terms of defending me.
Mhm.
My bad, just spit out there for a second.
Don't be spitting
I do-
on me.
no.
Don't be spitting on me.
You know, I was gonna say some
You know
shit.
what? Be quiet. I told you. This. What are we? Friends. We are friends, right?
I don't put any
I am
label
here
on
to
anything.
help
We're
you.
not.
I'm here to help.
I'm not
you.
saying we're friends and I want more than friends. No.
What?
What I'm saying,
What do you
listen.
mean?
I'm not gonna say it, but what I'm saying is put it on
I'm
camera.
never
Hold
saying
on.
it.
What I'm saying is, can we close the camera for a second?
All
Are we
right.
done with that shit?
Yes,
Listen,
because
no,
I gotta
'cause
go
it
in a
was
few.
so- it was
Okay, that's
also
fine.
off
You're fine.
context. It was more conversational.
That's
than
okay.
professional.
That's all right.
That's good. It's from memory.
It's okay because this shows progress,
Listen,
right?
I don't want to put a label on
Touch me.
as just friends. I also don't want to say I'm looking for a fuck or like a relationship or like something casual. Like I'd rather go with the flow of a person when I meet them and see if it turns into something without just putting barriers to see.
I'm a good support system.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm here for you to support you.
I fuck with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want nothing more for you than to see you do
I have a
great.
problem with my right eye. by
You
the
hear me?
way.
So we're about to close this conversation. Thank you guys for listening.
Hey.
And you want to see more of this young man.
When I'm not like doing this, coming down.
We gonna get him together. We gonna get him together.
Listen, I'm already together up here. I'm just a good man with bad habits. Like
That's-
it's hard
you're
to.
a great
You know
man.
how rare it is to
Great
find
person.
a smart. I don't want to say junkies. I'm not a junkie. I'm not bumming.
You're-
I got good hygiene and stuff like that or whatever. But like,
I
I'm
got
not
good
like
hygiene.
a junkie. Like a junkie, is
He
someone
looks
who's
good. Look.
who's
Come in
bumming.
the camera. He looks good. He's a good-looking young man. Definitely
People's
is.
dilated motherfucker though. Lips all
We gotta
pink
get
as
him
red.
together.
Yo, it's
But
fucking
have
hot.
a great day, and I love you guys.
Ciao. You're back.